Hi guys, my name is Louie. I'm a DevOps engineer here at Vutility. Today I'm going to talk to you about our product called ReVU. It's a graphical interface that allows you to manage users, roles, and the level hierarchy of your system. Let's get started. So once our support team has created your account, you'll receive an email. Inside of that email, you'll click the Access Account button. On this page, you'll go ahead and type in the email address and then set your password. When you click the Access Account button and you see the Vutility logo, that means your password's been set. You can go ahead and close that tab and navigate to our review-prod-v2.vutility.io. Enter your username and password and click Sign In. When the page loads, you'll see all of the organizations that you actually have access to. We'll select the one we see and click Next. Now, the page that loads is the graphical interface. This is where you can see all of the measurement aggregate data from devices that are in the field. Since we don't have any devices yet, let's go ahead and create some levels so we can attach those devices. We go to our levels page, and on the left-hand side, you can see that we have 6 different types of levels. Now, prior to making the video, I created a level called Vutility and set it to the type of location. From the standpoint on the Vutility side, the customers can create their levels in any way they'd like. We don't care how the hierarchy is set up, and because of our Neo4j graph database, there is not a hierarchy inside of the database itself. So the only caveat we have, though, is that the circuit level type has to be your lowest level in your hierarchy. What that means is I can't have a location and then a circuit and then a building. The system just won't allow for it. So let's go ahead and get started creating our hierarchy. I'm going to drag a building directly on top of the Vutility location. I'm going to set the name to Office. I'm going to hit Save. Then I'm going to say I've got a floor, and I'm going to add that floor to the office. I'm going to call it Main. Now I'm going to take my circuit and I'm going to drop it on top of Office, or at least try to. Now what that does, as you can see, is the circuit actually ended up between the location and the office, but it's not associated to the office in any way. So we're going to call this Main Phase A. Now, as you can see, I've kind of screwed up. Main Phase A shouldn't actually be under the Vutility location. It needs to be under the building. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, drag and drop it directly onto the main building. And as you can see, my hierarchy has been adjusted. Now, the other thing that you can do with our ReVU tool is you can actually manage your users. So when we go to the users page, you'll see any users that you've created in your organization and the roles that they have associated. The bottom table actually shows you the different roles in the system. We have 2 default roles that we give you: Facility Admin, which is root, full CRUD access, create, read, update, and delete. There is an installer, which is a custom role, and it basically can do everything the facility admin can do. There's a team member, which is a read-only permission, and then a data manager, which is essentially the same as the facility admin. These roles are custom roles that we install when we initially create your system. However, you can create your own roles. Let's go ahead and look at what that looks like. We're going to come in here, we're going to give it a name, call it Installer 2, since there's already one there. Now, let's select the level. So let's say I have an electrician that needs to be able to install devices on the main circuit, but I don't need him to see the rest of my organization. I can actually set his role directly to that. Now, I don't want to give him facility admin because I don't want him to have more permissions than he needs to be able to do his job. So I'm going to create a custom role, and I'm going to choose the access. He needs to be able to create devices. He needs to be able to read those devices he created. And let's say he made a mistake. He needs to update something. Now, on the delete side, not a lot of people have the ability to do that. So we'll just go ahead and create that role. As you can see, the role was created in the back end, and it's now listed in the table at the bottom. The last step is just to create the user. So we'll go ahead and enter their email. Make sure they've got the custom role that we'd like. Give them, then put in their first name and their last name. Create the user. Now, once this creates the user, you'll get a notification. You'll see the user in the table up above. That user will also receive an email allowing them to set their password as well. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to send an email to our team at support@vutility.com. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day.